Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And yeah, man, this is going to be a really interesting video I wanted to do on Destiny. Now, you guys know my stance on Destiny. I'm like I said before, I'm in boycott mode. And, you know, recently I did a video on the beta that I played, and to no surprise, it really wasn't happy with that beta. But I wanted to talk overall about Destiny because I've been looking around on YouTube and forums and different places where Destiny players really get together and talk about Destiny. And also, you know, I've been checking out some big Destiny YouTube channels. Now, I ain't gonna name any channels, but I mean, y'all can look it up. Some 3 or 5 of the biggest Destiny channels, and that has Destiny content all the time. And it's really sad. You know, I just kind of like wanted to answer that question: is Destiny doomed even before it even fully released? And if so, why? And looking at the forums, I think it's one of the more telling situations when you see people who have played the beta and who is just completely and utterly dissatisfied with it. Now, and you see this on a Destiny channel where the actual YouTubers on the video are sitting there acting as if, oh, it had an excellent story, everything was great, it was sunshine and, you know, and rainbows and teddy bears, and they don't have nothing but great things to say about Destiny. And I'm sitting here just rolling my eyes like, really, dog? Really? Did you play the same demo as we all did? Get out of here. I mean, what you talking about? But you know, they're acting like the story was great, everything was great, NPCs good, all this positive stuff, you know. Now, yeah, they said some negative things, but you get the impression that overall they're thinking that, hey, Destiny's in the right direction and everything's going great. And just completely missing all the things that are really troublesome about Destiny overall. They're just kind of like, you know, overshadowing all that, you know, and sweeping that under the rug and acting like, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I'm like, sure. And the funny thing is, I went through the comment section, man, and I'm gonna tell you, I didn't see not one positive comment for at least over 10 comments. I went over 10 comments, and I don't think it was until like the 12th comment that there was a semi-positive comment. And looking through all the comments, I would say at least 80% of the comments were negative towards the beta, and spanning from all types of different issues, from team shotting to you know, slow recovery to you know, your grenades not coming back fast enough, to just, you know, not having any you know, random rolls anymore, to just not really liking the supers, or they're just not diverse enough. You know, it was just a lot of different, you know, things that was just there. To the strike was just lame and boring. It was just like the same stuff. I mean, basically they reskinned the same enemies from Destiny 1 and called it a day. I mean, it was just a wide variety of stuff, and all of them were hitting right on the nail, right on the head. I mean, it wasn't like any of these guys were just whining about stuff. Now, I will say that, yes, this is a beta, and when it comes to the cooldowns on grenades and your supers and stuff like that, all that stuff can be adjusted, of course. Those things, to me, personally, are not big deals. But the biggest overall arching deal that I think is really crippling to Destiny 2 is the fact that it doesn't resolve the problems necessarily of Destiny 1. And not only it doesn't really resolve them, the biggest systemic problems to Destiny 1, it really doesn't resolve them. Not only it doesn't resolve them, it compounds the problems. What I mean by that is the advancements that Destiny 1 has made since it launched. Destiny 2 backsteps on a lot of those advancements. And to give you an example is your own private matches. That's gone. Things like 6v6 gone. Things like Rumble gone. These are really important things, really important modes to PvP, and they're gone. So a lot of the people who are playing PvP are just like, okay, we're playing 4 versus 4. Okay, great. And a lot of people are getting, team shot because of it. And just the flow of it is better in some ways, and some things that they did do when it comes to, some of the markers allow you to be more aware. I like the thing that they're doing with your supers, allowing you to know when a person's supers is up. Making it more, the way they do the scoring is a lot better, so you know exactly what you need to do on scoring. They make that a lot more clearer and decisive, other than this ridiculous scoring system that they used to have on Destiny 1. It worked after a while, you got it, but it still wasn't as clear as what it is now. But the advancements that they made, it's kind of like the old thing where they take 1 step forward and 2 steps back type deal. Like, this is what I personally feel we're getting with Destiny 2, and it looks like a lot of people agree with me. And a lot of this is not about to just down Destiny, and because like I've said, I am boycotting it either way. I'm nine times out of 10 not getting it anyway. Especially with all the things I'm seeing about how Destiny's shaping up, I'm not getting it. It's I've already canceled my pre-order, and I don't see myself getting it. I don't see any movement about Bungie when it comes to Xbox gamers. I don't really think they care. To them, they'll figure no matter if this game sucks or not, they're gonna make big money. And I think that's where the sad thing is, especially with the PC players. They're going to get a good amount of PC players. They're going to get suckered into buying this game because they haven't played Destiny 1. And that's sad. And then, of course, they're going to get the robotic, sheepish, loyal Destiny players. No matter what Destiny is, they'll still just play it no matter what. They're going to get those people. I mean, so Destiny's still going to sell well in that right. And that's fine. It's not going to be until games like Anthem comes out that people are going to finally realize they're going to put Destiny aside and not be messing with it. And I'm sure a couple of months after it releases, there's going to be a lot of people to buy it, but there's going to be a lot of people that fall off of it. And I'm assuming the PC people are definitely going to be a lot of those good people who are probably going to fall off, especially because they're going to realize there's not really a lot of substance to this game. And it's like, okay, all we're doing is grinding, doing the same thing over and over again. And the sad thing to it is that the weapons don't even have random rolls on them no more. So you got to think about this. Like, for a lot of people, me included, that was a huge part of Destiny. A huge part of Destiny is you keep trying to get just that perfect god roll that you're looking for your own style of play. That was a huge big part that a lot of people like me, millions of people who were actually into Destiny, that was a big part of it. The big part of our grind was trying to find that perfect roll on that perfect weapon that we want or like to fit our play style, and that's all gone now. There is no more of that. So it's like it was kind of like what Destiny did in Destiny 1, where they took away elemental damage on weapons. like on primaries. Like that would make any more sense. Like the weapons are already not as diverse already as it is. Yeah, let us go ahead and take away elemental damage on primaries to go ahead and make them even less diverse. Like this is stuff that Bungie does to shoot themselves in the foot. It's this you gotta ask yourself, like, how do they, do they purposely just do this stupid stuff to just piss people off or irritate people, or just make people hate their game? I don't understand. Like these people, all they have to do is just listen to what most gamers ask for and just do it. I mean, this is what they said they were going to do in the first place. When they first originally, before Destiny 1 came out, they said they were going to listen to the gamers and they were going to shape the world and the game of Destiny based on the players. That's what it was supposed to be all about. It was a 10-year plan to do it. Almost none of that shit happened. They came out and just, they came out with this attitude: we gonna do things the way we want to do it. Damn what you have to say. And maybe we'll come around to it if enough people bitch and whine about it. What type of attitude is that when you prior to that said that you were gonna shape the world of Destiny around the players? And these are the type of lies that we got that never came to fruition in Destiny 1. And now here we are at Destiny 2, and it's back to the same bullcrap again. You know what I mean? Where you're taking one step forward, 2 steps back. It's like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not up on doing another couple of years of this with this stupid game, man. I'm done. Like, really, honestly, for me, Destiny, I'm a Destiny veteran, so I started out from Jump Street. So when Destiny was at its worst, I played through all that crap. And for a person who's played through all that crap of Destiny, especially the first year, the crappiest year that there was the first year. Anyone who's played through that know what I'm talking about. They know that we deserve something better in Destiny 2, and this is some straight BS to be getting yet a step back from Destiny 1. So to go ahead and go through a whole nother year of, we'll tweak things here and there to make things better. That content that we forgot and left out of the game, okay, we'll try to add that now. To go through a whole nother year or two of that, no thank you. So to see all the negative comments from the many different sources tells me I'm spot on with how I felt about it. I think a lot of Destiny veterans kind of feel the same way, especially people who went through the first year or two of Destiny. They know what's up. You know what I mean? It's like they know what the grind is. That was when it was the real grind. I mean, once Taken King came out, I mean, that was a grind, but it was nothing like the first year. It was nothing like the second year. Taken King came out, it was nothing like, especially the first year. First year was like the most grindiest game I've ever played. And I come from Borderlands, and I would think Borderlands would be more of a grind. And that was the difference between Borderlands. Like, since Borderlands was so diverse and the weapons were so diverse, like, I felt good about, Borderlands. It didn't feel like a grind, because when I finally got that weapon I wanted, I felt accomplished. I felt I worked hard for something I actually wanted. And in Destiny, the difference is when you're grinding in Destiny, what you finally get out of it is just like some materials that you need to get to get something, and you don't feel accomplished. You just feel like, okay, because especially when it comes to the weapons and gear, they're so similar. Especially when it came to the first year of Destiny, when all the gear was just like the same stuff. I mean, if you were at max and you had the best gear, trust and believe you were wearing the same gear as somebody else was wearing. It wasn't nothing diverse about it. The best gear was the raid gear, and all the raid gear was the same. So you just had people running around looking exactly the same in Destiny. Because if you got the raid gear, you had the most highest light of gear, but that was only through a raid. So the first year of Destiny was just, okay, people running around looking exactly the same, which was boring, and it just defeated the whole purpose of going after this gear, because it wasn't diverse enough, and you had no way to change or customize your gear in any kind of real way that distinguished you from one person or from another. So it just felt really like you were just cookie cutter running around, and it was annoying. So you didn't feel good about the grind. And trust me, To get a full set of raid gear back in those days, oh, you better trust and believe you worked your ass off to get that. It wasn't, now yeah, there was a couple of people where they got lucky and they would get stuff, but trust and believe, a lot of us got chatter white over and over again, or got some ascended materials over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, playing these stupid raids. And you got to remember, you can only play the raid one time a week for each character and actually get rewards. So you just asked out for that whole week. Once you did the raid with one character, especially for anybody who's running one character, you screwed. It'll take you forever. You just be running the raid, week after week after week after week to get raid gear just to look like everybody else. Whoop-de-doo. And I'm just giving you a little taste for those who don't know and didn't go through the first year of Destiny, of what the first year of Destiny was like. You know, it wasn't like it is now, where you have a lot of different gear sets that you can choose from. And you know, it wasn't like now where your light level, you had other sources to get your highest light from other sources. It's not just the raid. Back then it was only just the raid. And actually for the first few years it was just the raid for the most part. That didn't just change. That didn't change until Taken King and beyond. So, you know, what the veterans had to deal with, most of them I would assume would be like, yeah, this game is a huge step back. I ain't even, you know, a lot of times I see that a lot of them, or some of them, may play just because their friends are playing and just for that factor. But other than that, they're just going to be bored out of their mind within a month and be done, you know. And it's sad because, you know, Destiny is a game where they know this is a thing where people just, they play it and they get played out because it's the same BS over and over again. Just keep doing the same boring strikes, the same. Once you do the stuff in Destiny, you're done. I mean, it doesn't have anything to grab you, and this one doesn't look like it's going to change any of that. Honest to God, I played through it 3 times with the 3 different characters, and I've already forgot what the hell it was about. Honest to God, like I felt so disengaged from it. It didn't, you know, they try to do things to spice it up and make this game better, but really, honestly, since it's the same formula, and it still has the biggest problem in Destiny, which is, in Destiny, before in Destiny 1, we just chalked it up to, they didn't really have the graphical power, because it was still on the last generation consoles, to really you know, have the game be flushed all the way out to what its true potential was. That's the excuse that we you know, you try to give it, or that Bungie tried to have it be, that, well, you know, we still couldn't realize the full thing. This is the reason why we dropped the last generation consoles. But we were thinking, when it's only going to be built from the ground up for the next generation consoles, we should see a true exploration, like you can truly explore the world and be able to go out and be able to have random things happen. That's not happening. We're still getting a system of an archaic, well, the same enemies in the same place at the same time every time. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, they'll have different variations of it, but it'll still be, all those variations will be maybe 1 to 2, maybe 3 at the most, and those variations will still be the same thing. You just gonna see the same set of enemies. They're gonna act the same, under the same conditions, you know, in the same way. And after you've done a strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times, you're pretty much done, dude. After you've done a story 1, 2, 3 times, you're pretty much done. Like, they're at that point, and you don't feel like there's any progression. You don't feel like this matters so much. And you got to think about this. What are we doing all this for? At the end of the day, we're doing all this for loot. And what is the loot we're getting? Something that doesn't even have random rolls. You know, when you get one gun, whatever that special gun is, that gun is not going to be so special, because there's never going to be there's not any random rolls on that gun. So you're going to get to, his gun's going to be the same as mine. It's gonna shoot the same way. It's gonna behave the same way. It's gonna handle the same way. Ain't nothing special or different. I can't customize it or put any real actual customization on it, other than change the color of it. Maybe they might have some skins, but other than that, that's it. And there you go. And this is supposed to be next generation Destiny. Sure, man. I mean, to me personally, I just feel like we're completely getting cheated with this game. This is not a next generation game. What you're seeing in Anthem is the next generation. True exploration. True, you never know what's going to happen. And things change as you go. This is what we were promised in Destiny, never got. And Destiny 2 looks like it's taking a step back from that. So this is why I personally feel that Destiny 2 is doomed before it even releases. I think it's once again setting itself up for the same type of scrutiny that Destiny 1 got, or in some cases even worse, because at this point you would think Bungie would have got their shit together and actually be able to release a game that would be better than Destiny 1, but unfortunately it doesn't look like that's really happening on all fronts. In some fronts it is, but in most fronts, in my opinion, it's not. Especially the fronts where it really counts. It's just not. And that's why I would say it's doomed. So I would be interested to see what you guys think. You guys know I'm on boycott mode, and looking at how Destiny is shaping up, I'm kind of glad I am because I just don't really think this is to be a game that's worth anybody's money anyway. Personally, to me, I ain't damn sure ain't worth my money, because you got to understand, when you get Destiny, you're not just getting Destiny. Think about how they're selling Destiny. They're already packaging it with DLC that, in my opinion, should be goddamn free. After the debacle of what they did with releasing Destiny 1, after the BS that they put Destiny players through in Destiny 1, Destiny 2 should be free DLC. They should just be offering that to you for free. Just as a move of appreciation to the gamers that stuck in there with them. But are they doing that? No. Hell no. They're gonna charge you, they're gonna nickel and dime you every step of the way, just like they did in Destiny 1. And for anybody who want to be holed out like that, you go ahead, but I ain't got no pimp. I'm cool on that. I ain't no hoe. So it's like I'm straight on paying you $100 for DLC that actually really should just be free. But they want to charge you for it. So then you paying $100 out the starting gate to make sure you get your little DLC in a little shiny little case or whatever it comes with. And then think about it, probably not too much longer after that, you're going to be hit with another DLC that's probably $30. And they're just going to keep on repeating that over and over again. And for me, I'm done with that. Done with that. Like, Destiny 1 was just like one big disaster after another, and just, it got better little bit by little bit, but you paid for that every step of the way. Okay, every step of that getting better little by little bit, you paid for it. And then at the end of the day, it still wasn't to what it really should have been, of what they advertised in the first of what it was going to be. Now here they are doing the exact same thing again. Me personally, I'm good on that. I don't know about y'all. Hit me up in the comment box. Tell me what you guys think. Until the next time. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.